I'm Charlotte Willner, class of 2006, and I'm an English major.
I'm Dave Willner, also class of 2006, and I'm an anthropology major.
Did you guys meet at Bowdoin, or
Oh,
did you
you
meet
bet
after?
we did. We met at
Bowdoin.
Bowdoin. We met in Hyde Hall.
We were in the same dorm freshman
We
year.
were friends.
Gosh, that's
It's
awesome.
it's adorable.
That's very cute.
Yes.
I started at Facebook the year after I graduated, and I was resetting passwords. That was what they needed at the time in their customer support division, and so that's what I did. But as the product developed and internationalized, I found all kinds of things I could be doing there that I used my Bowdoin education for. I was someone who launched a lot of their networks, so I had to understand geography and school systems internationally. I was their first international support manager, so I had to be able to speak some languages and read some others and understand how customer support might work in those markets. Ultimately, I was their first safety manager, and that required me to understand a lot about criminal and illicit behavior. That was something I learned in my history classes and my sociology classes. Today, I'm head of trust and safety at Pinterest. My team is the team that manages all of the reports of abuse coming in around the site. We also do law enforcement and government operations, responding to governments when they have takedown requests, figuring out if we comply or not, and then intellectual property disputes as well.
My first job out of college was actually working at the Natural History Museum doing data entry in the Mexican and Central American Archaeology Department. But that was a paid internship that then stopped paying. So I pretty quickly moved on to Facebook, where I also started resetting passwords and moved into the team that was doing content moderation, so directly looking at problematic content and taking it down. As the company rapidly internationalized, it became clear that we were going to need more people to do that work, and that those people would need some set of rules to keep them all on the same page. I ended up volunteering for the project to write those rules, and since all rules are imperfect, that generated a lot of questions, which I had to answer, and sort of snowballed into becoming a part-time job, and then a full-time job, and then a career. From there, I ended up building a team around that subject matter, and then moving on to Airbnb, where I am now as the Director of Community Policy, doing a very similar set of work in the offline space.
My English degree, specifically, and my humanities education, just sort of more generally, taught me a lot of things that I use every day in my job. I have to consume a lot of information at a really rapid pace and distill down what is it I need to know in this moment and how am I going to use that information. Understanding how to attribute information and evaluate information. Who is the source? Who is the writer? Who is the audience? Understanding those questions when ingesting new information helps me make decisions that I need in my everyday job.
I use my anthropology major in my daily work by using the techniques of anthropology to understand cultural difference and human behavior. A lot of what I do revolves around figuring out how people are likely to behave and setting rules to anticipate those behaviors. And that ability to think across cultural lines has proved essential in my career.